want to give him roots. Well, I didn't understand it. The bursary very loud.
Man, I don't know what anything this poem is talking about.
Nothing?
No, it's too much witchery. I need an analysis check.
Roots. To rid him of those useless hands. Oh, now I get it. Oh man.
Okay.
Yeah, they're having sex.
What?
This is not what's happened.
Let's go from the beginning, shall we? I found him trembling at the base of a mountain, blown in, as so many things are on a storm. So it's very windy. She finds this creature at the bottom of a mountain. It's curled like, right?
Yeah.
He curled his fingers over the bow bend of neck, crimped face snugged under my chin. Like, I'm guessing his head is like under her chin.
Yeah.
Right. And then his fingers are bent over because he's like cold. I wanted to give him roots to rid him of those useless hands that couldn't hold the earth. Like what, she wanted to hold his hands? Give him roots. I don't know about that one. To a tree, silver and bark. I don't know what that means. The monkey's tail thick in my fingers. Is this an actual monkey? Bellowing at our double backs. Like that whole paragraph right there. I like got nothing from it. Like I can't even visualize what they're talking about. Like what is a sagebrush and a pentacle? And why is there a monkey tail in her finger? How that first winged pulse hissed. No place, no place, no place. Yeah, I have no idea what this is about.
Okay.
First I thought it was a bird. And then his fingers over her neck.
Wait. Do you get the reference first?
No, not really.
Do you know where the Witch of the West comes from?
Wizard of Oz.
Okay.
Oh, now I understand. Yeah.
Do you need a third read? I think you should read it a third time.
I totally forgot about those monkeys that fly. Yeah, I don't understand.
What?
What's it about?
Read the title.
The Witch of the West.
What does that refer to?
That's from the Yellow Brick Road story. Kansas no more. Clickety clack with the ruby shoes.
The Wizard of Oz!
Yeah, the Wizard of Oz.
Do you remember anything about the Wizard of Oz?
No.
Have you seen any of the movies?
I only glimpsed of it, but I never finished the whole movie.
Do you know anything about the flying monkeys?
Yeah, it's like the minions of the witch.
If I told you in the title, the Witch of the West is doing something, right? And you know that it's about flying monkeys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Could you guess what she's doing in this poem?
I assume she's like creating the monkey.
Yes.
Is that it?
This is the point of view of the witch, right? Like when she says I, like she is the witch. Sounds like she's comforting the monkey.
So what do witches do?
They just be vibing. I don't know what their purpose is.
You know that.
Witches are just, well, they're just bad people, apparently.
No, like the definition of a witch, what do they do?
They do magic.
Yes.
She's doing magic on the monkey?
Do you not remember a specific word in this poem?
Spell?
Yes.
She's casting a spell on the monkey?
Uh-huh. What is she doing?
What is she doing to the monkey?
Yes.
I don't know, Jahai talks about pentacles of salt and sagebrush.
Okay, ignore the spell part, but everything else about the poem, what does it tell you?
She wanted to make him human. I don't know, Jahai.
Can you just read it one more time from top to bottom?
Okay. Is she trying to like save him?
Okay, but in what way?
I want to join his marrow to a tree silver. What does that mean? I want to join his marrow.
What's marrow?
Like bone marrow?
Yeah. And what's sap?
Isn't that like part of a tree?
Yeah.
But what does the bone marrow have to do with the part of the tree?
Are they not both things that run through both of these organisms?
They are. I don't feel like I don't have enough context here.
It really does sound like a sex metaphor. Yeah, show it to you. Curled his fingers over the bow bound of her neck. You say that's her neck. Fur jeweled with rain, crimped face snugged under my chin. Not even having sex on a bed. I wanted to give him roots, to rid him of those useless hands that couldn't hold the earth. She's trying to be his home. I wanted to join his marrow to a tree's silvering bark, so his blood would know the sap taste of home and making out. Followed the spell to the letter. Pentacles of salt and sagebrush. The monkey's tail thick in my fingers. Blessed neck of a sapling birch, broken over my knees. In this part especially, the rounded mouth of midnight bellowing at our doubled backs.
The witch is trying to do something to this monkey, right?
Okay.
And you know that in The Wizard of Oz, she has flying monkeys.
She's trying to cast a spell to give him wings.
What's happening in the beginning?
She was like comforting it, right?
Yes, but what happens in a storm?
Things are like blowing around.
Uh-huh. And so what did she want to do? What did she want him to do? Look at that line.
Oh, give him roots.
Mm-hmm.
Give him roots.
What does this mean?
That was a mishap, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
So they weren't meant to be flying?
No.
So you're asking me what was her original intentions before they ended up getting wings?
Uh-huh.
We're going back to wanting to give him roots.
Yes. You want to hear my interpretation?
Yeah.
Or do you want to try again?
No, go ahead.
That's it? That's the best you got from this poem?
Mm-hmm.
To me, and maybe some other people, this poem is about the Witch of the West creating the first flying monkey. He pearled his fingers over the bow bend of neck.
Could be a tree.
I think it's a tree too.
Yeah.
He's trying to hold on because things are blowing away in a storm. Fur jeweled with rain. I think that's beautiful imagery. Very important. I wanted to give him roots to rid him of those useless hands that couldn't hold the earth. So she wanted to give him a way to hold on to the earth so that he wouldn't blow away in the storm. I wanted to join his marrow to the bark so his blood would know the sap taste of home. Maybe the moon was wrong. That's a really beautiful line. Or the catch of the wind. Either way, something went wrong. Somehow, his spine split with feathers. My mistake, the opposite of a taproot. Oh, the last stanza is so beautiful. It's like how that first winged pulse, whether he actually hissed or not, like no place, no place, no place. And as we know from The Wizard of Oz, like what's the second half of that phrase?
Like home. Oh.
So he has no home now. He's a flying thing instead of a thing with roots. This is one of my favorite poems, and you thought it was about sex.
Hey, let's look it up. It could be.
Bruh. May I draw your attention to the very last part of this poem? Do you know that phrase?
Like no place like home?
Yes. So what is the phrase that is omitted?
Like home?
Yes. This is a mistake, right? She gave him, this is the first time the witch creates a flying monkey, and it was a mistake.
Okay.
Because what she wanted to do was give him roots. She wanted him to either join the tree, become a tree, or whatever. That's why she wanted his marrow.
Oh, that was like a metaphor. I didn't actually think she wanted his actual bone marrow.
Well, it is. I think it is a metaphor, but the point of it is imagery. So you know that she wanted to do something that would root him to the earth, right?
So she wanted to just tie him in with like a tree, like basically make him like part tree.
That could be an interpretation. Like, I'm not sure myself, but I know that she wanted to root him to the earth. But importantly,
but for why?
To give him like home and place. But because she messed up, now instead of a thing that has roots, he has wings.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first thing that he hissed out was no place, no place, no place. And the other half of that phrase is home. So he now has no home either. He can't be rooted to the earth. And he's stuck as a flying thing.
Yeah, he's like different from everything else. He's become alienated.
The poem is about having no home and having no roots and no place to hold on to.
Yeah, because he different. He the only flying monkey. Like, it's so easy to alienate people that aren't like you. Like, look at him, he's a flying monkey. What a loser.
But do you get it?
It's for the people, it's for the people who feel like they're left out, or like they're not, like there's like not a place that they can feel like comfortable and like be themselves in, right?
But do you see the beauty of it?
Yeah, it adds like a what is it? A different perspective into like how the monkey's origins were.
It's a twist.
Like nobody would think about that. They're just like side characters, extras.
I swear to God, he wanted to say NPC.
You're just not affected? You're not emotionally affected by this?
No.
You're really not?
Feels bad to be the monkey. But why did she want to root him to the ground anyways? Why not
because
just let
she
the
was
monkey...
trying to help him. Because everything was blowing away in the storm.
So she basically wanted to just root him down just so that he can like not be blown away.
You're taking it so literally. She's trying to... whatever.
She's trying to help him, but instead she does like something worse.
Yes!
Yeah, we've all done that. I was just trying to help him. Oops. I didn't realize I ruined their friendship.
Okay, so in retrospect, I did kind of a bad job explaining this because I was so flabbergasted at how unaffected he was. But I think what he was trying to ask me was like, but what was she doing in the first place? Why would you want to turn a monkey into a tree? Pragmatism. The answer is, this is a metaphor for giving a monkey belonging and a place in the world. That's it. That's it. That's it, and yet it's so much more.
You read this poem and you don't identify with not having a place?
A place like home?
You don't identify with being without roots or without belonging? Hello?
Where we all belong.
You don't view yourself as this monkey?
Nope.
You don't view yourself as any of this?
No.
Oh my God, then what's the point of reading?
There's no storm, John. I'm not affected by a storm or anything like that.
John, what is the point? Why do you think people read?
That is such an open question.
This is a real ass question. Why do we read? Why do we write?
To learn to like feel things.
Yes!
I can't relate to this monkey.
I'm gonna get you on the next one. I'm gonna get you on the next one, maybe.
I can't feel for this monkey. I'm sorry.
I don't think there's a single thing I could show you where you would have an emotional reaction to it because I don't think you care about a lot of things. I'm going through my head and I'm like, oh my God. I'm better off giving you a relationship poem.
Yeah. I'll do a relationship poem.
So young. So young. But thank you for your participation.
Telling you, I think you could find an argument that they're having sex. She found a guy. She thought she could be the home. Because he was just wondering. They have sex. You know, they fall in love. Or what she thinks. She does the things that she thought would make him fall in love. You know, following the spell to the letter. But then something went wrong. And somehow this person she thought was going to be with her ends up leaving her. I mean, it can be like that. Like a lesson scraped into the nut of my skull.
Yeah.
She's never gonna forget.
Thank you for your interpretation.
See? Now, The Tradition by Jericho Brown. This is also about sex.
Are you serious?
No, I haven't read it yet.
So I think my two takeaways are think like him and what he cares about. So probably some stuff about boyhood. You know what? He's at that age where he's ripe for spoken word. Oh my God, I even forced him to listen to spoken word one time. I made him a playlist. I don't think he finished it. Why are we related? I need to disown him. But like, I think he's closer in age to like teens than he is like someone in their 20s. So like, scale back the level of complexity. When I was his age, I was reading more straightforward poetry, I'm not gonna lie. And then find things that he can more easily relate to, because your worldview doesn't expand until later the younger you are, the more like self-centered you are. You can only really relate to things based off of how it's related to you. I'm gonna hope that he was too young, because if he grows up and he is still extremely nonchalant, then we have a real problem. Well, this was humbling. But my hope is that life breaks him so much so that art suddenly has more meaning and more depth. Maybe he dates someone in college that is into liberal arts. Maybe something traumatic happens. I don't know. I'll try again next time.